Hey, everybody. This is a Sunday morning broadcast of a summer sprint playoff game, semifinal game between the Georgia Storm and the Orange County Ramblers. The Ramblers were the top seed in the league. Here's a fly to John Stallworth coming right out of the bat, and Steve Grogan goes down. Orange County trying to get up early on the Storm. Um, let's look at the real quickly. 11-3, I think, is the record of the you have the Ramblers. That's right, and the Storm were 8-6. They were the number 5 seed, and they beat the number 4 seed to advance to the semifinals. That was the only first round game. There's an incomplete pass on 2nd and 18. Grogan looking for Joe Washington. So here we go, 3rd and 18. Orange County with the ball first, trying to avoid going 3-and-out, but it's tough to pick up 3rd and 18 in this rule set. There's no dump off. There is no white dice 6. There's no pass blocking in this league. Quick slant to Jerome Barkin. He's going to pick up 13, so he almost got it. It's just that's the way that was. This is a units draft league based on the 1979 season. So on 4th and 5, the Ramblers punt, and that goes down to Tony Nathan, who is standing at his own 15-yard line and returns it for a yard. He does have a touchdown on 2, so something to keep in mind for later. So we had Steve Grogan for the Ramblers, and now Terry Bradshaw is the quarterback of the Georgia Storm. So again, we draft units, and you see the Tampa Bay tight end group, the Miami running back group, pitch out right to Gary Davis. That's going to lose 3. Leroy Jones on the tackle. We got the Jets. No, the Oilers. Kim Burrow. The Oilers wide receiver unit. Rich Castor. Isn't he with the Jets? No, Houston back then. Okay, pitch out right to Gray Davis. Guessed wrong. Offensive onside end +8 or +3. Jimmy Giles can't make the block. And it'll be 3rd and 10. So you're going to see a lot of defense. You're going to see a lot of punts. Big plays and turnovers are going to tell the story of this game. Jason stays in the pro set. Pitch out right to Gary Davis. And that's going to pick up just 3 again. So he runs on 3rd down. And you'll see a lot more running on 3rd down with this poor pass blocking. 4th and 7, and the team's trade punts on the first 2 drives. There's a 49 one from Luke Prestige. I think it's Luke. It is. Prestridge. And it's a fair catch. So that's where the Ramblers go to start. That's where they'll start on their second possession. They went deep on the first play of the game, which resulted in a sack. So let's look at those offensive lines. Here's a quick out left to Jerome Barkham. And that's going to be another sack, and it's a fumble. I can't see through the pile of names. It looks like Georgia's gotten the ball back. So they get their second break of the day. After the opening play sack, they get another sack on the first play for the Ramblers. And Grogan coughs it up. Up the middle to Ricky Bell. Guessed wrong. He's going to pick up 5. Let's take a look at the defensive cards. Ramblers have an excellent run D, good pass D, while the Storm have good run and good pass. Off tackle right to Bell. Guessed right this time. It's going to pick up 6. And it's a 26 on the fumble number, so 2.6% chance. Something to keep an eye on later on. A lot more fumbles and interceptions in the 1979 season. So let's look at the pass blocking for the Storm. They have a 4-0, 6-7, 5-5, 5-3, and 4-3. Off tackle right to Bell. Another guess wrong pass call. Nobody's in the zone. It's going to pick up 6. That'll be 2nd and 4 at the 11. Stays with Gary Davis and Ricky Bell. Off tackle left to Gary Davis. Guessed wrong. It's going to pick up exactly 4. It'll be first and goal at the 7. So you got to do that on these drives. You got to grind it out, run the ball, make the other guy call run, and then catch him guessed wrong with passing. The other semifinal is Seattle against Las Vegas. Up the middle to Ricky Bell. He's not only is he guessed right, he's keyed. And that's going to lose a yard. And that was a 5% chance of a fumble, 54.6 out of 1,000. Stays with the pro set. Sweep left to Bell. Guessed wrong. 7-yard pickup is going to be third and goal to 1. Full house now. Delvin Williams joins Gary Davis and Ricky Bell in the backfield. Bell's got 22 unfatigued carries. So he's a workhorse. Sneak to Bradshaw. Key Delvin Williams. Guessed wrong, and Bradshaw takes it into the end zone for the touchdown. There are 2-point conversions, which wasn't the norm in 79. We play with unlimited overtime, which is natural for the playoffs. We play that in the regular season, and we do play with 2-point conversions. So that's a 7-0 lead for the Storm after the sack, fumble, and strip of Steve Grogan. 6:18 to go in the first quarter. The other semifinal game will be played tomorrow at 8 a.m. Pacific time. Pitch out right to Joe Washington. That's going to pick up 8, thanks to the block of Woody Peoples. So he's got the Miami Dolphins offensive line. 6'5" Jerry Sizemore, 5'3" Woody Peoples, 4'2" Guy Morris, 4'0" Wade Key, and 6'5" Stan Walters. Off tackle right to Clark Gaines. They've got a really good guest right running game, featuring the fullbacks from the Jets. Look at Clark Gaines' card. And the halfback from the Redskins. Joe Washington's got it going on. Pittsburgh Steelers receivers button hook to Joe Washington is going to pick up 10. There was 2 men in the zone, but it went on the quarterback's card. So a lot of running, flat passing, and bombs. I think it's what you'll see today from Orange County. Run, bomb. Off tackle left to Clark Gaines, going to pick up 8. 2nd and 2 after midfield. Three, 4 showing blitz. Off tackle right to Joe Washington. That's going to pick up 8. So they can run, plenty of carries. He can run guess wrong all day and move the ball right down the field. Try to get Jason to call run and then throw a short pass to Swan or Stallworth. And there are 6 rated cornerback here. Lamar Parrish. There's a run call. And that will lose 2. So the Redskins cornerbacks, he's got Lamar Parrish and Joe Lavender, a 6 and a 5, along with a 6 strong safety in Ken Houston from the Redskins as well, the Redskins DB unit. Free safety is a 0, though. That's something to keep an eye on. 2nd and 12 at the 44 into Georgia territory. Fly to John Stallworth. Guessed right. There's a 0 free safety there, covered by a 5 cornerback, and that's going to be incomplete. Third and 12. These are the tough ones to pick up. Grogan's got a hit guessed right on 2, 4, and 6. 2, 4, 6, and 12. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Grogan. Steve Grogan. Goes to 3 wide, and Georgia responds with a 3-4 defense. That's an interesting call. Quick out right to Barkham, and here comes a sack. The zone was empty, but it was a bad matchup for Rick. Mike Hawkins 15 against Wade Key 0. So here's a Coffin corner kick is blocked. Orange County just making those little mistakes. Grogan coughing the ball up. Now this is a blocked punt. Bob Grupp can't get the kickoff in time, and Georgia will take over in Orange County territory. Here's the bomb to Rich Castor. Guessed wrong. Incomplete. Hits a blank on Bradshaw's card. Bradshaw's got a guessed right. Long gain on 8, plus 33 on 11, but a high pick number. Crossing pattern to Rich Castor guessed correctly, but that's a connection. 14 yards and a first down, and Georgia's into field goal territory. Kickers back then weren't as good either. Let's take a look at their field goal chances. Yeah, so it's 50-50 right now. Up the middle of the bell in this range. Picks up 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. 18 seconds left in the first quarter. Hot tackle right to bell. Guard +4, +1, and he makes the block. Terry's dive. This is the Hogs. Oh, no, it's not. That's just Joe Bostic, who later on became a Hog. It's the St. Louis Cardinals run blocking. Bob Young. So they go 4-0, 6-7, 5-5, 5-3, and 4-3. Flair left to Ricky Bell. Guessed wrong. There is a 4 linebacker there. Defender -1 or +3. And Jack Ham, who was covering the fullback on that one, makes the play. And he's going to go for it on 4th and 2. Doesn't like his field goal chances, even at the higher range. So he goes full house. Slant to Jimmy Giles. Guessed wrong. There's a short yardage defense in, and it hits Bradshaw. Hits it +14 down to the 7. Orange County's finding itself in the eye of the storm right now. So 3-12, even that. It's only 2 through 8, 11 and 12. Guessed wrong. Slant to Jimmy Giles. And it's going to be a touchdown. Receiver reading on the D card, +15 on Giles' card. +15 right and wrong, and there was no sack chance. So here comes the extra point, and Georgia taking an early 14-0 lead over the Ramblers. Long way to go, though, folks. 13:30 to go in the second quarter. That's going to go into the end zone. Will he return it? He does, 29 yards. So it'll start at the 27. Brian, I'm going to add you to the stream. If you want to comment, feel free. Yeah, Dr. Fulham, I should say. Off tackle left to card gains. That's going to be a short gain. Guessed wrong. 19 yards. And look at that card. +52 on 2. Lots of short gains. The only roll that's less than 5 yards is the dreaded 5, and that still picks up positive yardage. Guessed wrong. And Gaines has plenty of carries, too. Screen right to Joe Washington. 2-minute zone. Picks up 2, so nice fill there by Jason. Gaines has 17 unfatigued carries left. Joe Washington has 21. So that's 36 or 38 unfatigued carries, and they are really good. Guessed wrong. 3-4 showing blitz on 2nd and 8. Jason hoping to get another sack here. Screen left to Washington. 2-minute zone. It's guessed right on the quarterback's card for 6, and that'll bring up 3rd and 2. So the Orange County rambles on. They get into a 3rd makeable situation. That run blocking to the right looks pretty good. 5-6-5 behind the right guard, right tackle, and tight end. It's a fly to John Stallworth against a run call. Nice mixing up there by Rick, and he is down inside the 20 after that 30-yard pickup. He was unlucky not to find the end zone there. If he would have gotten anything from 9 to 12, or 5 to 2, anything except 6 and 7 would have been a touchdown. 6, 7, or 8, I should say. So there's a guess right run for 3 yards by Gaines versus short yardage defense. 2nd and 7 as Orange County looks to get back in this game with a touchdown. 3-4 showing blitz. Another run, guessed right. It's going to lose a yard as Joe Washington can't really block. So 3rd and 8. You can bet that Georgia will bring some pressure here. Carl Hairston, 5'12", 6". Charlie Johnson's a 6'5", and Claude Humphreys is a 5'8". It's going to be a 5-yard quick slant to Jerome Barkham. Guessed right on Grogan's card. And 4th and 3, we'll see Jan Stenerud, who I think is one of the better kickers in this set. Oh no, he's eschewing the field goal chance, and he's going for it on 4th and 3. He's got good guess right runners. Grogan guessed wrong on a short pass. It's pretty decent. Still some blanks here, though. Off tackle run to Kevin Long, and he's going to lose a yard. The nose tackle, -1 or +2. Even if he would have missed the roll, it still he would have fallen 1 yard short of the first down. Let's look at Orange County's field goal card. Here's a guessed right run for 3 yards up the middle. Must not be too confident. Yeah, it's 2 through 8 and 12 at that range. Bomb to Rich Castor being double teamed. And it's incomplete. If he had gone to another target, that would have been a long game, assuming that he still would have been double teaming Castor. 3rd and 7. Georgia's withstanding the early onslaught by the Ramblers, getting away scot-free on that one. Inside run to Delvin Williams. Guessed wrong. 5-yard pickup on 3rd and 7, and it'll be 4th and 3 and a punt. The pace of these two is fast and furious, which I like. I like that as a broadcaster and as an opposing coach. 49-yard punt to the number 2 returner. And that's a 9-yard return. So Orange County gets the ball back. 6:36 to go in the half. 3-4 showing blitz. Button hook to Joe Washington. And it's a snap fumble. Oh, my goodness. Things are going from bad to worse for Orange County. That's the 3rd time they've turned it over in their own end. You had a blocked punt. You had a snap fumble now. And a strip sack early in the game. Guessed wrong off tackle to Ricky Bell. And that's going to lose 2 yards. Be 2nd and 12. So Georgia wants to see if they can put points on the board again after getting their first 2 touchdowns off of Orange County turnovers. Square out left to Burrow being correctly double teamed. And it's incomplete. 3rd and 12. Now we've seen Georgia run here in other 3rd down spots. So let's see if they actually try to open it up and connect on Bradshaw guessed right short pass card. Orange County showing blitz. Got some targets here covered by 0s and 4s. Mike Renfro, the 3rd wide receiver, and it's a crossing pattern to him. His free safety blitz is coming, and look at that. Terry Bradshaw clutch today. Comes through on 3rd down. There was a 42% chance of a sack, but the white die roll was a 57. That's out of 100. Curled to Ken Burrow against the run call. That's a long game. That's a touchdown. So 21-0. Georgia goes up on Orange County. Rick had mentioned that Georgia and Jason have had Orange County's number, maybe just Jason in general. Let's see what they did during the regular season. Georgia did beat them 17-7. Remember, Rick had his choice of opponents, so he could have picked myself or Jay, but he stuck with Georgia, and I'm sure he's like, what is going on here? He says, LOL, the route is on. It's tough sometimes when things start to go south, and this rule set is not one to allow you to come back too easily. The Mad Stratter says lots of time left. There's a run by Joe Washington, pitch out right for 8 yards, thanks to the fine blocking of Woody up the Peoples. Power to the Peoples. There's a guess right run by Clark Gaines for 4 yards. That's a first down. So Orange County just needs to take it down, get in the end zone. Let's look at the ball possession. Orange County got the ball first, so they will have to kick off at the after halftime. Pitch out right to Joe Washington. Guessed wrong, but there was a man in the zone. That makes it a 2-yard gain. It would have been an 8-yard gain otherwise. Oh no, 5-yard gain. 2nd and 8. Screen right to Joe Washington. Guessed right, incomplete. Was hoping for a guessed wrong plus 10 there, but didn't get it. We are now at the 2-minute warning. Bomb to Theo Bell with 2 men in zone, and that's going to be picked off. Orange County's going to get the ball back and possibly have time to put together a scoring drive here. Ray Waddy intercepts it, and he returns it out to the 36. So a dream first half for Georgia. Pitch out right to Gary Davis, guessed right. And it's going to be a 12-yard pickup. Defensive end -2 or +12. And Leroy Jones's 5 comes up just short against the white die 6. That's a 14-yard swing right there. The ball is near midfield. Score out left to Kinborough. The 4 linebacker there. It's going to pick up 4. And now they are in Orange County territory, 1:37 to go. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. Score out left to Burrow again, a run call. And that's going to be a short gain. 14-yard pickup down to the 34. Short gain right or wrong. 1:15 left. Goes hurry up. Bradshaw 8 of 11 for 96 yards and 2 touchdowns. Up the middle of the bell. 2 guys being doubled. Guessed wrong run for 6 yards, and now they're inside the 30. Bring up 2nd and 4. He'll go hurry up again, I think. Nope, he uses a timeout. 1:07 to go in the half. Off tackle right to Bell. That's going to pick up 6. Even against that excellent run defense, there's a couple holes that you can find. And they'll use another timeout, down to 1 minute to go in the half. Slant to Giles. Guessed right, covered by 0. Remember that high pick number by Bradshaw. Ooh, and he just misses a pick on the defensive cards. If he had put 4 men in zone, that would have been intercepted. Instead, he doubled Burrow, which I can't blame him. 2nd and 10, 52 seconds left. Post to Jimmy Giles. Now he's being doubled. And that's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 10, 45 seconds to go in the half. And I would guess you will see the Storm run the ball here. Try to get a little closer, get out of that tougher field goal range, and hope to hit a brackets on the D card. Up the middle, either linebacker or off tackle. Off tackle right to Gary Davis. And he hits the 9 instead of the 8. So instead of a 16-yard gain, it is a loss of 1. And he'll try the field goal. 4th and 11, Orange County uses a timeout to try to save time for a last-minute drive. And the kick is good. Look at that, 2 through 6, 11, and 12. So Georgia cannot do any wrong today. 24-0, 30 seconds to go in the half, and they get the ball on the kickoff after halftime. Here is a 18-yard return after the kick down to the 8, and with 22 seconds left, Orange County will get the ball. 1st and 10. Grogan goes to 3 wide. Quick out right to Barkham. It's going to gain 5. Georgia will use a timeout. Trying to catch Georgia blitzing somebody and leaving a zone empty, but they're not. And those Washington's end run card, there's nothing really that big, plus 26 on 12. He doesn't want to waste the runs here on a drive that probably is not going to end in points. Square into Lynn Swan, just misses the long gain on the receiver card. As Georgia sent a couple guys. So 3rd and 5, 8 seconds to go. Barring a turnover, Orange County will use these last 2 plays, maybe throw a couple bombs, see if they hit one on Grogan's card, and see what that connection chance is. Needs a 10 or a 4 or 5. Now there's a crossing pattern to Swan, incomplete. So look for him to throw it up deep here. The halfback can go deep. Take an easy to Steve Grogan. So 24-0 at the half, and Orange County will be kicking to the Storm. Georgia on a roll here. So taking a quick break. Let's take a look at the box score. Orange County only has 6 first downs, 6 first downs, and they are 0 for 7. I'm sorry, 1 for 6 on 3rd down efficiency, 0 for 2 on 4th down efficiency, and 0 for 7 in the red zone. I mean, they were in the red zone once and they didn't get touched yet. We saw them go for it on 4th down, whereas Georgia's got 2 touchdowns, 100% in the red zone. Grogan's thrown a pick, lost a fumble, and we saw a snap fumble, so he's lost 2 fumbles. Kind of reminds you of the Super Bowl against the Bears, huh? All Georgia in the first half, 24-0. Tomorrow, Seattle takes on Las Vegas. Las Vegas beat Seattle in the regular season 23-16. Really outclassed me in that game. That's despite losing 2 fumbles. Couldn't do anything to stop him. Ken Anderson and Mike Pruitt killed me. Georgia would advance to the Super Bowl for the 2nd time, I think, in summer sprint. Let's look at the past championships. Always Battle Royale where you made it to the Super Bowl. Rick's won 2 summer sprint championships. Jay won last year. He's working on a repeat. So this is where the modern one we have. We saw Jason lose to Nathan in 2015. So it's a fumble on the opening kickoff. Let's see if my screen's messing up. Let's see who recovered it. It looks like the Ramblers recovered it. So that's exactly what they needed. So they get the kickoff down to the 15. It's returned 15 yards, but Tony Nathan coughs it up. And it's a 5-yard pickup, and then Clark Gaines fumbles it right back to Georgia. Look at that. You think you catch a break, but suddenly, and he's a minimal fumble guy. Look at that. 3 out of 1,000, and he rolls a 1. My. What can you do? Rick says crazy. I don't think I've had this many turnovers the entire year. We can take a look at that. County, they had 17 fumbles, 5 loss, and 6 interceptions. So he's a little hyperbole, but he has almost half that many. Look at the ball position. So he went fumble, downs, fumble, interception, fumble. So that's 4 turnovers. And on the entire year, he had 5 plus 11. So it's an unlucky day at the office. 3rd and 7 here. Pro set against 3Y or 3-3-5. Off tackle draw right to Gary Davis. Oh my goodness, defensive tackle -1 or +22. And Wilbur Young's 4 is beaten by the white die 5. So it's out to midfield. Flair left to Bell. Guessed right. 5. That's going to be 6 yards on a 5 roll. 2nd and 4. Jay's in here. Winnie J. There's a sack. Wilbur Young is takes down Terry Bradshaw. That'll be 3rd and 8. Only lost 4 yards, so Terry's picked up a couple of clutch 3rd downs here with it on his guest right card. Let's see what he does here. Down and out to Gary Davis. Guest right for the end zone. Incomplete, and the Storm will have to punt. Luke Prestridge is back there again, goes for a coffin corner. And that will be out of bounds around the 16, 14? Yeah, 14-yard line. So that's where Orange County will take over. Orange County has turned the ball over 4 times today and turned it over once on downs. Georgia's taking advantage of those plays. Button hook to Joe Washington, guest right for 5 yards. Matter of fact, let's look at that ball position again. So Georgia got the ball off a fumble, got a touchdown. That's 7 points. Another fumble, we got another touchdown. That's 14 points. And then off an interception, they got a field goal. So 17 points off turnovers. Otherwise, it'd be 7-0 right now in favor of the Storm. 2nd and 5, and they're going 3 wide. You're not supposed to do that, but let the coaches work that out. The proper way would be Rick saying it's an illegal formation and Jason changing it. I don't want to butt in as commissioner. I'll tackle right to Clark Gaines. Maybe Rick likes it that way. He's able to run against those pass calls, but I'm sure Jason will switch it up and call run out of 3-3-5. But we don't allow 3 wide or 3-3-5 defense on 1st and 2nd downs unless there's 3 wide receivers in the game. 2nd and 2. 9:36 to go in the 3rd quarter. Rick's still in this with a 2-point conversion. He needs to get in the end zone on this drive, though. Get the ball rolling. 2nd and 2. Off tackle left to Joe Washington. And that'll pick up 7. Thanks to Stan Walters there, the 6 on the other side. Screen pass right to Washington. That's going to pick up 10. So 1st and 10 near midfield. Orange County on the move. After they saw a snap fumble by Grogan, a strip sack done to Grogan, an interception, and a Clark Gaines fumble, unlikely, after they had recovered their own turnover. It's a 4-yard pickup. So things, and a block punt. I forgot about the block punt. So things just not going that the way that Orange County had planned this morning. Off tackle left to Clark Gaines. That's going to pick up 16 yards. Short gain, guessed wrong. +4 guessed right. Now they're moving the ball. George is kind of happy to let him run just to burn some clock. 3-4 showing blitz now. First and 10 at the 31. Off tackle left to Gaines. It's going to pick up another 7 thanks to those great run blocking tackles. 12 for 82 so far for Gaines. Off tackle right to Washington. That's going to lose a yard. 3rd and 4. Key 3rd down here for Orange County. They need to pick this up. Guess right run. Washington gets 3. You got to go for it with these field goal kickers. It's just a yard. Washington's excellent. Guess right off tackle. Pitch out right to Joe Washington. That's going to pick up 8. If he had gone short yardage, that would have lost 2 and ended the threat. Guessed right. Defensive tackle +8 or +35. He's a 6. So Charlie Johnson makes a stop, but it's 2nd and 2 at the 6. Goes full house. Kevin Long joins Gaines and Washington in the backfield. Maybe look for him to get the ball, conserve some carries. Nope, it's a run. Defensive call. A curl to John Stallworth. Hits the interception split on the D card. And Rick is like, whew, man, if that would have been picked off, it would have just summed up the day perfectly. It's a treacherous card set. Off tackle right to Joe Washington. Guess wrong. Linebacker in zone, though. Pushes it back to, it's 4th and 4 now. Will he go for it or will he take the points? At least attempt the field goal, I should say. If he was a 2 through 10, I think he'd kick it, but he's not. So he's going to go pro set. Maybe an end run. Short pass to Washington. Sweep left to Gaines. He's being double or keyed, but that zone wasn't plugged. He only gains 3 yards, and Georgia takes over. Guessed wrong would have been +18. Up the middle to Bell. Guessed correctly. So 2nd and 4. And now with a 24-point lead this late in the game, you're just trying to run, punt. Just keep that clock moving. And he gets a first down, even against excellent run D. Just keep feeding the beast. Guessed wrong run off tackle. It's going to go nowhere. Dreaded 5. George is content just to not turn the ball over. Up the middle to Bell. It's going to pick up a yard. Another run here on 3rd down, and then he'll punt it. Rick's seen that several times today. Will he call a run? No, it's a pitch out right to Ray Davis, a pass call. Defensive end makes the stuff. Leroy Jones is not beaten this time. 4th and 8, and he'll punt it. Now we're into the 4th quarter. It's only a 38-yard punt, and it rolls down to the 38. Rolls 5 yards, so it'll be 1st and 10. Orange County get their own 38. They would love to get a quick strike here, Grove into one of these Steeler wide receivers. But they'll probably keep it on the ground. Pitch out right to Washington. It's going to just gain 2. Jason was bringing the house. Button hook to Washington. Incomplete on Grogan's card. So Grogan, who was the last quarterback taken in our units draft, actually led the league in quarterback rating. Reports, league leaders. Five-yard guessed right flat pass from Grogan to Washington. It'll be 4th and 3. He's going to go for it. Don't really have much choice at this point in the game. Off tackle right to Washington. Guessed wrong. Is going to pick up 8. It'll be a first down for Orange County. But check this out. Steve Grogan, 95.4 QB rating as the last quarterback selected. So nice coaching there by Rick, Ken Anderson, and Jim Zorn were 2-3. They'll face up tomorrow. Georgia's Jerry Bradshaw was 6th. So 2nd and 4 after an off tackle wrong run. Curl to John Stallworth being double covered, so it'll be 3rd and 4. With 3 men in zone, that would have been defender X or short gain, or X or plus 12, and cornerback would have made the play. So 1-yard pickup on 3rd and 4, so it'll be 4th and 3 again. We saw him run it with Washington last time. Quick slant, 2 men in zone, intercepted, or maybe he'll just knock it down. Tough to move the ball in this card set. And those turnovers certainly told the story today. Orange County turns it over on downs for the 2nd time today, I believe. Maybe 3rd time today. So downs, the last 2 in a row. Slant to Jimmy Giles on a run call. It's going to pick up 14. And Georgia looks to be on their way to the 1979 Summer Sprint Super Bowl. Flair left to Bell, guessed wrong, incomplete. Barring some crazy luck going the other way. And it's been all it's been all Georgia today against Orange County. Pitch out right to Gary Davis, our ex-governor of California, Gray Davis. He's going to lose 2 yards. That'll be 3rd and 12. He goes 3 wide. Maybe he's going to throw it here instead of running it as he has been doing before this. Crossing pattern to Castor. He does throw it. Single cover by a 4. Incomplete. And so Georgia will punt. They're happy to trade punts, though, or trade a punt after stopping them on downs. It's only a 29-yarder, and it's going out of bounds, so they'll take over at the 24. Quick out right to Barkham. Picks up 4. The clock is ticking. There's a guessed wrong short gain for Joe Washington. 1st and 10 out to the 42. $7:30 to go. Pitch out left to Washington. Guessed wrong again. We're not quite at the point where you can get out of bounds. It's going to be under 5 minutes. So 2nd and 3, 6:54 to go. Georgia content to let him guessed wrong. Sweep right to Gaines. That's going to pick up 24. He needed that. Take it down inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. Gained 16 runs for 123 yards. Pitch out right to Washington. It's going to pick up 8. Keep running to that strong side. Down to the 19, 2nd and 2. See if Georgia switches it up with a run call. And they do. But the nose tackle makes the play +8 or +35. Charlie Johnson's a 6. 1st and 10 at the 11. 3-4 showing blitz now. Crossing pattern to Swan is going to be a must run for a yard. So 2nd and goal, or 2nd and 9 at the 10. .430 to go in the game. How about an in run to Washington? No. Off tackle right to Gaines. I'm going to pick up 2. Since Jason switched it up and went with a short yardage G, 3rd and 7. Jason's done a good job of that, switching his defensive calls up. Calling the game correctly. 3-3-5 showing blitz. 3 wide. Down and out to Washington. Incomplete. 4th and 7. So this is the game, folks. Crossing pattern to Swan, incomplete. And another turnover on downs. 3 in a row now for the Ramblers. Time for Ricky Bell to ice this game. Rick says pathetic. Steve Grogan's done well for him. Just one of those games. Jason says, bad luck. Sorry, bud. Jason's a good guy. So is Rick. Played Jason early this morning in the Spring Fever semifinals. And this game was kind of like the opposite. Jason had no luck, whereas I had a lot of luck. 5-yard pickup there on 1st down and 10. He's 2nd and 5. Rick says, you have my number. And I told you guys. So Rick told me earlier, you know, he didn't want to have anything to do with me or Jay. Pick Jason, even though he knew Jason had some good luck against him lately. I'll take a left to Bell, being key, but that zone's not plugged. So offensive guard +4 or -1. Bob Young makes the block. And it'll be 3rd and 1. If he picks this up, it's almost time to take some knees. And I think Rick would bow out without calling his timeouts. He's got 2 left. Although they did just take a timeout, so maybe I'm totally incorrect. I would play to the end. Might as well. Slanted Jimmy Giles. And it's a 14-yard pickup. 1st down and 10 out to the 31. And that'll take it down to the 2-minute warning. And now will he take a knee? Or just hand it off to Bell? I'll take a right to Bell, being key, but the zone's not plugged. Loses a yard. Let's see if Rick uses his timeouts. That might be him waving the right flag. If he doesn't, he did not. So Terry Bradshaw could take a couple knees here, and that would end it. So Bell's stats may not look very pretty, but he was effective today. 30 seconds to go. One more knee or run by Bell will do it. So congratulations to the Georgia Storm pitching a shutout against the top-seeded Orange County Ramblers. Here's the last play of the game. Off tackle left to Bell. And Rick will gracefully let the clock run out. And that is the game. Tune in tomorrow morning. Well, I don't know if there will be a broadcast, but tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Pacific time, we'll see Las Vegas against Seattle to see who faces the Storm in the Super Bowl. So that's it, folks. A quick look at the box score. They both had pretty even. It was the turnovers on downs that sunk the Ramblers. 3 fumbles, all lost, a blocked punt, and an interception. Versus 1 fumble that Georgia had on a kickoff but right away the next play, Clark Gaines gave it right back. So just one of those days, folks. 2 fumbles by Grogan, 1 by Gaines, and the block punt, along with all the failed 4th down conversions. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching.